Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all doing well. Having a good weekend. Doing some Lego stuff, or hanging out with family, or just chilling and hanging around the house doing nothing. So here's to that. So not much going on today. I'm still gonna be working on also still using Prism, so let me know if you can hear and see everything okay. I am still working on we're gonna do some instructions today, and then about an hour in, I'll probably give up and start working on a new set design with the similar theme of it being a sub sandwich, but they wanted the shop wanted a smaller one too, a smaller design that was a little more manageable that they could like have at the stores or something. So I don't know what they were going to do with this bigger one. Anyway, so we'll work on that too. Also wanted to show off a little bit. So here's something I've been working on. This is a camera is not going to do it a whole lot of justice, but this was a build. This is our build challenge for the month. Yes, I made the switch to Prism. Johnny badgered me into giving it a shot. And at first I couldn't do it because it wouldn't support the video card I had, which made me buy a new video card, new GPU. So now it works. And now I'm able to get on Steam and buy a bunch of games that I've been meaning to play. So like I went back and bought Knights of the Old Republic again. And I remember it differently. Like, I don't know what I'm thinking of. I think it's just Star Wars The Old Republic that I played. Like the whole Darth Revan thing and like the beautiful cutscenes and like the whole kind of story of that. I'm playing what basically looks like a 15-year-old MMO. And I'm like, I don't remember playing this at all. But it's new to me, so I'm going to give it a shot. The controls are wonky. I'm not used to keyboard and mouse controls, even after all this time. Probably go back and get StarCraft, maybe play a little StarCraft, so it's going to be fun. But yeah, so working with Prism now. I've got little doodads in here, so welcome everybody. Hopefully I can figure out a little more to use for this, although it doesn't seem to be much different from OBS, so we'll see. And I told Johnny that as soon as I set this up, the very first thing that happened was one of my cameras didn't work. So it had nothing to do with the software. It had everything to do with my motherboard handling the input. So I juggled a few things in the USB connections around a little bit, and I haven't gotten into the bus settings yet, but that doesn't matter. So what I'm doing here, our monthly build challenge was to do something spooky that would also be part of maybe Halloween Town. The new Nightmare Before Christmas set came out like a week, 10 days ago, something like that. And it's got basically it's got like the mayor's office and then the big Curly Q mountain. And then I forget what the other thing is. I think it's just like a doorway with some stuff in it, or maybe a tree. I forget what's on it. But if you look at Halloween Town, it's got all these funky buildings, right? Like Jack's is this weird tower, and there's one with like a cat head on it. There's one with like a head with a spirally thing on it that's like a brain kind of thing. And they're all like built out of brick, right? So it's this weird it's stonework, but it's all in this funky shape, right? So I'm trying to do that here. So what I thought was, instead of doing a brewery, like I like throwing breweries at whatever kind of thing we're building, I thought, well, they probably don't drink beer in Halloween Town, but they probably drink absinthe. So this is an absinthe distillery, and it changed ideas a few times. I wanted it to be like have these giant green tanks of stuff floating above it and a bunch of tubes coming down into a little spigot where you could get stuff. So I still kept that. There's a little spigot down here where you could get your absinthe, right? But I wanted it to be weird and kind of unwieldy and a little top heavy. So it's just a Technic bar holding all this up, and this weird spirally staircase, which you can't really tell. I might replace the steps on that so you can kind of see it a little better. But the spirally staircase kind of goes wonky. It kind of goes like this. It's just wrapped around. It's just a tube wrapped around these Technic bits, right? But this is very top heavy because it's just a single bar holding it up. And then this top bit, I think I'm going to try to turn into what looks like a beaker, or not a flask, but something with like a bottled, like a opened neck top on the top of it. And then it opens up. So you can see the inside of it is kind of a little bit distillery-ish. Like he's got his tools over here with the plants that make absinthe, which is like anise seed and some other stuff. So he's got to grow the plants. And then there's a little container here that gets, little valve that goes down to this. Then he's got, this is going to be a bookshelf right here, but I haven't figured out how to put books in there without them all falling all over the place. So actual books, not just like tiles and stuff. I have a bunch of actual books. So I thought of doing like a little rope in front of it to hold that in place. And then you can't really see over here because the camera's in the way. But he's got a canning process or a bottling process over here. I say he, she, it, I don't know. But anyway, and there's like, this is my favorite part. Right here, it's sugar cubes, right? And then it's got the little spoon that they kind of put the sugar cubes over and it like drips into the drink. So he's making himself a little absinthe there. There's a ladder that's missing in here. And of course I got to finish the top part of this. And hopefully it's not too wonky that it doesn't stay together. But yeah, it was fun building the way you can take this off. And you can actually take this off, so it's not... But I like the way the building kind of... Uh-oh. Got some plants coming off here. I like the way the building's kind of like at a weird shape. The first time I did some rock work, right, all the way around, and then some of this layered, like landscapey kind of stuff. So I think it looks fun. I did entirely too much work on that door because it was 5 wide and that door is only 4 wide. So I had to figure out how to put like a little frame on the outside of it. But yeah, so far so good. It's the Oogie Boogie Distillery. That's right. Oogie Boogie's, he likes his bugs and he likes his absinthe. So here's a little closer look at some of the, like there's the little bottling process right there. And then there's the sugar cubes with the spoon above the cup. And then, like he's got a little canning area there. And then where he grows his plants to harvest them for the thing. So yeah, and this will all fold up and it'll be the shape of eventually be shape of like a bottle. And then I'll put like a ring up here or something. So it looks like a bottle of something. But so that's what I've been working on. Most of this was yesterday's work. Like I started with the platform last week, and then yesterday I did basically from the platform on up. So it was a good day of building. It was a lot of fun. Had a good time. Good morning, Zissou. How are you? Thanks for being here. So right now, though, we're going to go back to doing a little bit of my YouTube. Going to do a little bit of studio. We're just going to work a little bit on the instructions. I just need to plug away at it every once in a while, get it done for them. But then I want to get another one, the size, not really the shape, but the size of the yellow submarine. So about that big. I think what I have will probably translate pretty well. While I have this up here, might as well dust it off. The shape, I'll probably try to keep similar shapes of it. Not to this, but I'll make it that size. So take what I have and then just reduce the number of pieces basically to make it a little smaller. And I probably won't have as many pieces of green and red as the fixins inside the sandwich. It'll be more like suggestive stripes of stuff, which is what I wanted to do initially. And they're like, could you make those look a little more like lettuce and tomato and whatever? And I'm like, I could, but Lego doesn't really do that very well, you know. So anyway, so let's see. There we go. So yeah, we'll work on the instructions for a bit, and then we'll do some designing stuff. Haven't touched Studio in over a month. Got a lot of motivation from what I saw this morning. Cool. What'd you see this morning? Did you watch some videos on people doing stuff? Other streams? Why is this? There we go. Make sure nothing else is running. I have a bad habit of. Oh, I need to buy my costume. So I don't know if you can tell. I'm trimming this up. I'm going to slowly reduce this over time. And then I'm growing this out, and then I'm going to shave that off because I'm gonna leave this up here and let you guess what I'm going to be for Halloween. I've decided what I'm going to do for Halloween, but and it's not one of the initial ones that I had in mind. But the initial ones I had in mind were a little expensive. I wanted to do the Golden Cowboy Fall Guy jacket, or Fall Guy character, the Space Cowboy from Fall Guy. And not Hellboy. Man, that would be... If I can't do, like, a gold trench coat and a cowboy hat from Fall Guy, there's no way I'd be able to do, like, the prosthetics and stuff from Hellboy. That would be an amazing character to do. Alright, so what's next? Do this, do this. Yes, I like right before this started, I was watching replays of it because I missed it initially, but I watched some replays. That was tight. That was really impressive. I hate the fact that I like SpaceX so much. But that was really very cool. Some of the slow motion, they got some slow-mo images of it with like just the final 3 engines being on to like basically navigate it into the catch system, and you could still see the fire coming off very slowly off the rest of the boosters. Oh, wow, so pretty. All right, that's all done. I think we're gonna have to start doing the fixins now. Yeah, it was really, really great. When I saw it, I'm like, yeah, they've been... It said return, and then I saw the word catch, and I went, what? And then I keep seeing pictures of, like, a tube on a tower, and I'm like, well, what happened? Did, like, the top of it blow up? Oh, this is a song I have to skip. It's got talking in it. Sorry. That was crazy. It was so good. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor, go back and catch the I suppose I could do this one. Oh, you know what I could do is put all these guys on here. Probably a good idea. Go catch the latest SpaceX launch. It was really rad. Really, really rad. No, not... So I'm growing out. I'll have a mustache and aviator shades, right? I probably am going to have to shave the mustache and buy a mustache. My facial hair kind of flips up like this everywhere. It's scraggy and it doesn't lay down nice. I need a nice, big, thick mustache and aviator shades. Mustache and aviator shades. Nope. No, But that would be cool too, because then I could just wear a Hawaiian shirt. But I don't have curly hair like he does, and I don't have enough time to grow out more. I just got a haircut, and I only have 2 weeks until Halloween, so the 2 weeks that I have will probably get the hair where I need it to be. Tom Selleck's got like beautiful curly, big head of hair. He's all the same. Let's do that guy. Group. Get rid of this guy. I feel like Studio is not working really well right now. Have you not seen this yet, Vab? I thought you've seen this. Forget where these all hook up. I think they go over each seam like that. Yes, this is a Submarine sub sandwich. This was built for thundercloud subs here in Austin. Okay, that needs to go over here then. Would have been better had I covered the seams with it, but I think I did do that. I think I went back in here and yeah, I think I made a change on this. Trying to remember what I did. Yeah, so this is a Submarine sub sandwich. It was a goofy. It's actually been built. So if I have a photo of it. So here's the photo. Here's what it looks like in real life. And it has a little stand on it. I already did the stand. Then it has a tile that a friend of mine at his new custom printing company, UV Monster, UVmonster.com, printed up a tile to go in the front of it. It's backwards, sorry. I should have given them this as an extra one in case they lose the other one. But yeah, if you're in the market for some printed torsos or tiles or anything, UVmonster.com. So that's that. So I made the I'm gonna get rid of this because I made the executive decision to change this. So we are going to, ooh, that's going to be hard to see. Can I hide all this other stuff? Wow, that sucks. Guess I can't do that. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll release this and then I'll just make a new one. Thanks. I thought it was fun. Kind of gave it like a toasted, like they cut the bread kind of thing. Oh, I was able to find my Hu Yang figure. If you guys didn't see the last design, I did a Hu Yang, but it's a 3PO head with a pirate hat shoved on top of it, just to get a render. I thought it turned out pretty well, and I actually gave him the little arms on the back, but I do have the Hu Yang finger, so I'll probably try to source the parts for this because it turned out pretty good. I think Vab would especially like the engine setup back here because it was a weird collection of a weird way of angling these engine parts in the thing. So that was a lot of fun. So yeah, found the figure, which means I'm going to go through and start getting the parts for it. All right, so this initially was just this, but it wasn't being held on very good. So I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I sacrificed a couple plates of mine. To fold to go over the seam like that. Cover that seam and also hold that in place a little better. So we're going to do that instead. And I'll group that. And I can copy this and paste it in the same step. And again, the reason you copy it in the step, copy it over here on this side, is so, and you can't see it under the chat. The reason you copy it over here is so, and then paste it, you just hit Control V and it'll paste within that step. So now it knows that each of these is one submodel repeated 3 times versus 3 different submodels. That way it'll let you do a ×3 and you could do a call out and just say ×3 and it'll do that. So, all right. So the next thing, this is a little wonky and not really happy with how it all came together, but there's really no other way to do it, just to kind of put it all on there. There's breaks in here too where they don't all line up. So I'm just going to kind of collect the whole thing and just say, just do it. Just put them all together like that. I think there's a break right there. So this is all going to be one group. That. Oh yeah. It's gonna be weird, I'm telling you. Figure it out in post, right? Okay, that's all gonna be one group. And then I do too. This was something I was a little happy about too. I'm gonna flip over to the build thing. I remembered the bookshelves in what was it? The Doctor Strange, how they had chains in front of them to hold them in place. And I had all these books, like actual books, like the Lego books, but there's no way to put them in there without them falling all over the place. So I was like, well, if I put it's got a back, it'll have a roof, it'll have stuff on top of that. They just need to be held in there. I don't care if they slide around. The problem is if they do slide around, they're going to go horizontal and then slide out. So hopefully I can fill this with enough space to where they don't fall next to each other. We'll see how that goes. What are you eating? The little dog has, like, she went through a thing recently where she's been barfy. Like one day she threw up like 4 times a couple days ago. And Beth and I are both like, we can't afford to take her to the vet right now. Because Little Miss wiped out her care credit card with her tumor removal surgery. 2-year-old dog needed a tumor removal. So it was like, well, and Beth's got a new job, which means we're dipping into savings until like her insurance hits and all this kind of other stuff. So it's been a little tight, which is why I don't have any new Lego sets to buy or to build. That's going to be a bit. And I think the other break was right here. And this piece actually went with the other, with the top. So we'll do that later. So anyway, she's all barfy. So now every time I see her, she's doing this thing where she's like, oh. And I'm like, did you just eat something? What did you eat? I didn't see if I got all these. That, and that. Anything else? Nope. Group. I hate when your animals get sick because there's no way for them to say, hey, I'm sick. They just suddenly start barfing on you and you're like, okay. So, and then this is the last one. So this will be all of these guys. Just had to get a new to you vehicle. That's never fun either. I'm waiting for that to happen to me. I've got a 2012 question mark. Mazda 2. And it's not on its last legs. It's running fine. It just like needs an oil change. I think I need shocks at this point because I'm driving. It's a small car anyway, so it's bouncy. But every once in a while, I'll hit something and it just kind of goes gung like that, and you're like, "Oh God, that hurt." So I'm like, "Yeah, I need new shocks." And it doesn't. It's not currently inspected or registered because I know I need work done on it and I can't afford it right now. But they won't pass it unless I get this work done. And a couple of things are like it probably needs a new headlight or tail light because when the blinker goes on, it clicks really fast. And everyone's like, that means that light's going to go out. I'm like, it's been doing it for like a year. So I probably do need to get it replaced. But headlights and taillights I can do myself. I can't do shocks and struts by myself. I don't have the tools for that or the patience. But I do see a new vehicle in my future. And I've been trying to decide if I wanted to do an electric vehicle or not. Because that would be kind of fun. Why is there no bricks in that step? Did I take out a that I guess there's nothing in there. I don't need that. That and that. Okay. Next is the other side over here. 06 Cadillac. Yikes. That's a while. I foresee my little Mazda, as long as I keep changing the oil and I get new struts or new shocks, probably need new belts at this point because it's squealing a little bit. Probably give me another 4 years, 3 or 4 years. Like I never have any problems with it. So we'll have to see what happens, but I'm excited to not have to drive a car. It's nice not having a car payment, first of all. That's, I think, what I'm mostly excited about. Why am I seeing all this blue in here? Did this not... The sandwich didn't... Something is wrong. Something is very, very wrong here. Yeah, that's all supposed to be farther down. Why is that not farther down? I guess we'll get to that when I make the top part. I think that just looked weird. Yeah, I'm thinking hybrid probably. I don't know that I'd do fully electric, only because Beth's going to have the older car, and I foresee that if we take any road trips, it might be nicer to take the new car on a road trip. And I say road trip because we're in Texas. Everywhere's a road trip. You go to Dallas, it's 3 hours. You go to Houston, it's 3 hours. We want to get out of the state, it's 6 hours. Drives up to my mom's house in Colorado. Drives to her parents in Kentucky. Just gonna, you know, her car is fine. She's got it's like a 3-year-old now, I think, 4-year-old Nissan Rogue. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as she just keeps the oil change on it, it's fine. All right, so the next is this big slab of other pieces. Vab, you might not know about this. Something I don't know if it's been addressed or not in a new version. I'm having weirdness with what I'm hiding. Now, I don't know if you saw that or not. So I'm selected. I'm going to hide the chat real quick so you can see. So I'm over here in the step thing. Usually I would highlight a step and make something, and then if I just highlighted the step and went to hide stuff, it would hide whatever I needed to. But for whatever reason, and I don't know where this is coming from, I don't know what it's going back to, but if I just want to hide a certain amount, like this trident thing up top, it hides all of like the previous, it hides everything before it, right? It hides all the step before it. Let me get back down here. So this is what has been built so far, right? So if I'm on that step and I just click hide, doesn't matter what see, now it's not going to do it. If I just highlight the step and do this, it hides everything that was in the steps before this. Good morning, Walter. How are you? Or Mariana. I don't know who's watching. But if I go into the step and highlight it and pick a piece and do it, then it'll just highlight whatever I want it to. It's really weird, right? So I've had to remember to go into the thing and click on a piece in order to be able to hide all the other stuff. And this is just me working in this process. Like, I don't think anybody else works like this. So it's really funky. Like, I didn't used to do that. I would be able to highlight that step or click on that step, highlight a bunch of pieces, and then it would hide those pieces. Now it's hiding everything that came before it rather than just those pieces. In some cases, that's fine. That's what's needed, but it also hides the thing that I need to be working on next. So that's just kind of funky. So like this, I want to hide everything but that. So now I can come in here and take all this apart. So like this is a group. This is all going to be one big thing. It's just going to be easier to do this. If I can stop from it being... Boa tarde to you, Walter. I hope you're doing well. so infuriating. I can't keep a selection going in the software anymore. Every time I try to use the right mouse button, it freaks out. It gives me a menu instead of, like, I just want to turn the model. Yeah, I don't know that that's something that maybe that was intended. I'll have to go through the release notes, but I don't like it. Yeah, there's too much overlap here. It all needs to be... Honestly, let's put all those on as one step, and then we'll put the individual ones. Individual pieces on by themselves. The responsiveness of my mouse is weird. It's like constant. I don't know why it's like, it's not, when I'm trying to move with the right mouse, it doesn't, it really lets go really quick. And I replaced the battery. I thought it was a battery thing. It's almost like the down press isn't being held long enough. So I don't know. All right, this next stuff I should be able to do without hiding a whole lot of things. So we'll go here, and then we'll do a new step. And then we'll do this, this, this. It's gonna be a group. I don't know how else to do this, so we're just going to do it like this. Although, that's probably 2 of those, 3, 4 of these, 2. Okay, I could probably do several of these. So there's 1 group, 2 group. No, I use it's just a wireless mouse. It's not the greatest wireless mouse. It's just one that came with the computer when I ordered it. I probably need to get a better one. The one I have for my office is sweet. But I can't tell if it's the mouse or if it's software anymore. Boom, boom, boom. What? That's not where that goes. Okay. Have you tried doing studio on like a laptop? In order just to rotate it, you need to hold down like 3 keys and then use the mouse pad. It's crazy pants. I'd rather not. I try doing that every once in a while. Like, we'll go on a trip somewhere and I'll take my laptop and I'll be like, well, do some studio work. You know, I'll work on the Stadium, or I'll muck around with like a microfighter or something like that. And then like 10 minutes in, I'm like, no, this is dumb. And the screens are very small. Like, you've got all the, I don't want to make the screen resolution so small that I can't see it. So you're limited to like whatever 10-inch, 11-inch screen that you've got. And I'm like, oh, I can't, you know, I can barely see what I'm doing. I feel like I'm working at about 30% when I do it on a laptop. Dump. Why do I keep doing that? I thought I had... Oh, I didn't do another step there. Yeah, it's weird. I had to, a friend of mine asked how they did it, or how I did it. He brought his laptop. He said, how do you do, or no, we actually had like a Zoom call or something. And he was like, how do you do this? I was like, well, are you on a laptop? Because otherwise it sucks. Okay, I think I have, oh no, I got that one. Okay. This little guy. Le pickle. So that should be all of them. So now I can just repeat the groups. So let's go back up here. And how many do I need? 1, 2. Okay. So go back up here and we do this. We do copy. Paste. I think it goes on the end here. And paste. And it goes in the middle somewhere here. I'll get rid of all this. Okay, the next one is this guy. And how many do we have? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. delete. So the Colorado Avalanche season has started up. Hockey season has started up in this past week. And their first 2 games have been abysmal. It's hard to have a team that's so full of talent. I'm going to be sport talky for a second, so feel free to tune out. I know it's not everybody's bag. The Avs have such good talent. They've got Norris Trophy winners. They've got Hart Trophy winners. They've got Calder Cup Trophy. Well, no, they don't have Calder Cup. They have league MVP. They have top point scoring, you know. But for whatever reason, their goalies haven't been great in like a decade. They had one goalie that was above average when they won the cup, and since then they've had these goalies that are like very hot and cold. And last night was a good example of that. So in 2 games, they've allowed 13 points. They lost 8-6 or 8-4 or something against Vegas, and they lost 6-4 against Columbus last night. And it's like 14 points across 2 games. Just terrible. Just terrible. Like in the first 2 games, 14-point goals against in 2 games. That's normally like you'd be happy to go 5 games with 14 points against you. But 2 games, it's not good. The upside is they did score 4 goals and 6 goals. So they also scored 10 goals in 2 games. But like last night, their top goalie, Georgiev, let in 3 goals. And so they replaced him with Eustace Eninen. And so they're both kind of like, it's not like, they're both like pretty good goalies. Georgiev was great last season, but he's just, it's not going well right now. I didn't do a step for these guys. Did I? This needs to be a whole ass. Excuse my language. Oh, I keep putting them at the end. Yikes. Don't need it there. I heard a great phrase the other day. Someone says, "Pardon my French." And the other person goes, "I speak French." Like, yeah, that's cool. Alright. So, but yeah, it's frustrating. Like after 2 periods, it was like 6-3 or something. I'm like, I can't stay up for another period. I got to go to bed. It's 11 o'clock at night, and they always start their games late. They're in Mountain Time, so a 7:30 start is an 8:30 start here, which means it goes till 11:30 at night. If they play on the West Coast, it's a 9:30 start. I'm like, I'm not staying up till midnight 30 to watch them get their butts kicked. All right, how many of these do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So we'll take that. Nope, not that. That. Copy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And where do they need to go? So it's like between that and Austin FC, it's a little like, uh-oh, that one was different. So is that one. Okay, well, I guess just this one. I had to be weird about it, didn't I? I had to give it a little bit of extra whatever. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Go Pens! How are they doing so far? I don't know if you've been keeping up or if that's important to you or not. Yeah, it might be. Their coach Bednar's been with them. They won the cup with him. They basically were terrible for like 2 years, like 2016, 17. They were terrible. He came in, or like right before that, he came in and they were really bad. And so then, since then, he got them up to them winning a cup. Did they win the cup? Yeah, they won a couple years ago. And then last year they got kicked out of the first round. This year it's not going great so far. This was hilarious. This was their first year in Denver, so they were pretty much basically a Nordique team still. But no one's answered the question yet, so let's look at my cart and find out what else I have in my cart. Gonna be Ted Lasso for Halloween. So I'm getting the jacket and pant tracksuit and the visor. I think I have a pair of aviator glasses, so I'm gonna go look and see. Trying to grow out the mustache, but I don't know if I've got enough time, and it's a big bushy mustache, but probably better than... Because mustaches, like big bushy mustaches that look nice, are oddly expensive. And then I think I can go to Goodwill and get a pair of white tennies. I need some new shoes anyway. Might as well just get some new tennis shoes. But yeah, thought it'd be an easy costume. So many times I make a costume that is awkward to be in all night. Like it's got some heavy gear, or it's got like a mask, or it's got face paint or something like that. And you're just miserable all night. Like you go to the party or wherever you're going, you show up, and then you can't wait to get out of your costume. Whereas this one will be like, I'm wearing a tracksuit. So this is the one I need to get rid of. Boop, 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 boop. Copy. Thought I did. This is going to end up being a little weird. Okay. Yay! That's cool. Ooh, Pens versus the Avs. That'll be cool. I like cross-divisional games like that, because so often you're playing the same, you're playing your division, you're playing your conference, and every once in a while you're like, oh, we're playing the Islanders, or we're playing the Pens or something. Okay, and how many of these do I have? Got 2. So, copy. I think right here. Make sure. That'll be fun. I have a friend who is Squirtle. This guy I work with, he has a Squirtle costume that he wears most years. Did I do this one already? Broke middle-aged man. Yeah, that's an easy costume. 1, 2, no, just 2. And then this is its own thing. In a different color, no less. I don't know why I did that. Is everybody caught up? I don't know if you watch... I am way out of line on these steps here. This one needs to go. Okay, well that one needs to go in there then. May need to reorganize some of these steps. So talking about... Gone. Can't remember. Was it Halloween? No. Yeah, can't remember. I started a sentence and then it went away. Did I add a bunch of steps down at the bottom? No? Why is this all weird? Oh, Amazon Prime, The Legend of Vox Machina. Is it anybody else watching that? I just caught up yesterday. They released another 3 episodes. I think they're up to 6 now. It's pretty good. I really like. I don't know if it's better than last season. It's been a while since I saw season 2, but this season's been really, really fun. Pretty like brutal too. A little heartfelt and brutal on top of it. All right. So I think this is a good place to stop. That. Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's a good place to stop. Just for now. And then I'll keep working on this on my own. The next the top part of the sandwich is going to be roughly the same as the bottom part, with the exception of this whole thing isn't done the same, but I may just try to copy as much as I can from like previous steps. I don't know if it'll copy the steps themselves, but I'm going to give that a shot. The only change is going to be for the diagonal triangle tiles in here and stuff to give it that look, and then leaving a kind of an open space in here for the conning tower. But it should go pretty quick. I'll just try to get it done this week. But yeah, so we'll work on that. So now, with this in mind, what I want to do is do a new build based off of, or about the same size as, without completely copying, the yellow submarine. I think the only thing that I'll keep similar in this is the size. Somebody had mentioned using kind of basing it off of this one, and I don't want it to be too much based off of this, especially if it's going to be used for a commercial endeavor. I don't want it to be seen as just straight up copying, because I'm like that. I have I don't know how many microfighters that I've copied over the years, basically to get an idea of like what can be done with microfighters that I don't really want to acknowledge that I've got, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 built that have figures in them that I really like, but because I didn't design them, I try to hide them away, right? There's one well, okay. One of them is Darth Designers. He made a very small version of an ATTE, the Walker. But it wasn't a microfighter. He just made a small version of it. So I followed his instructions on YouTube, gutted the middle of it, made a room for a microfighter, made some changes. I did a Venator, but it's basically an extension of the Lego version of the Star Destroyer. I just kind of added a little bit on the back and put the 2 conning towers on the top, and it's entirely too big. But it's got a Senator Palpatine in it, or Chancellor Palpatine. I've got a Delta 7 Jedi Starfighter with Plo Koon, and again, not my design. A Jek 14, which I think was an official microfighter, so I don't mind having that. I got a TIE Defender, that's not mine. Jedi, or a Jabba Sail Barge, which was really great, and I don't have any reason to redo that one. Corellian Corvette, Twin Pod Cloud Car, and then Ventress's weird Genevex Starfighter, which is just so beautifully done that I don't have it. But there's a couple that I've done that I kind of want to go back and redo. So maybe some ongoing projects will be to do, to redo some of these that I've got that were other people's designs, but because they are good ships, they're popular, not popular, but they're well known. Like, I want to do them, but I don't want to build the ones that aren't my designs. So like one that pops to mind is the First Order Transport. This is a pretty good design. It may be a little part heavy, a little big, but again, not my design. And but it's just very cool. And I've got a Phasma figure that I want to put in it. But there's a handful of these that I'd like to do. The B-Wing is, I've already done that. You know, it doesn't matter. The Death Star isn't my design, but that'd be a fun one to do. These are the ones that I've got made. I think I did that one. Forget which one I did. I think one of these 7Bs, and it's got Plo Koon in it. I'd like to do the Ebon Hawk because I've got a Darth Revan. Jango Fett. I think I've already done a Jango Fett, but it's basically based off the Lego set. So there's a couple in here that I'd like to do. This one's way too big for a microfighter, but would like to do an MC-80. So anyway, those would be some of these might be ones to consider doing. There's one I just realized that I didn't. That's Xanadu Blood. Whose ship is that? That was Cad Bane's. Yeah, so one of Cad Bane's earlier ships is this one. So that's a fun one to do. There's another... it's just called like a... Bounty Hunter Starship Lego. This one... And it comes with Shug something... Lego Star Wars Bounty Hunter Assault. Is it Assault? Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship. Because I have the pilot for this, the Shug whatever. Did I not spell it right? Assault. I'm just trying to see what her name is. Yeah, Shuggy, because I have that figure, and this is her ship. I think it's not Aura Singh's, if I remember correctly. So I could build this as a microfighter, and I don't have that one yet. So that's another one I can do. And I don't know that I've got that on the list, but anyway, just thinking ahead of stuff to do. So let's just take a few pieces from here to start. Let's just take that to start. And this will be the exact same kind of build. We'll make it this big. And we'll do the same thing where it's like flipped over on itself. What's up, Cliff? How's it going? Happy Sunday. Hope your weekend's going well. So right off the bat, I can do a 4x whatever plate. I don't know how long to make it. 10 seems good. I don't know how long this is. How many? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. About 22. So I could make a real long one. So we could do... Let's do a 4x10 twice. Just see how big that is. It's going. It's going. It's fine. Alright. Let's do a long plate in the middle, because I have a feeling we're going to do stuff along the side here. So we'll do that. Copy this a bunch of times. What are you up to today, Cliff? Anything fun? Hey, Missy, do you have your meeting build done yet? I think you said that last week that you got it done. Weekend is almost over. Yep. I even went out on Friday night, and that's usually my key to make the weekend last a little longer or feel like it lasts a little longer is to go out Friday night. Because if you just work, and then you come home, or you work from home and then you stay home, and then the same thing happens on Friday, the next day is what feels like the weekend, right? Because you come home from work, you watch your TV, you eat your dinner, you muck around with Lego, you read your book, you go to bed, you play a video game, whatever. But if after work you go out, it feels like the weekend starts right then. So you've added 8 hours there, right? If you go out from like, well, 4 or 5 hours. If you go out from like 5 to 10 or something. But if you, let's see if I can do round brick. So we even went out Friday night, but it wasn't too long. It was only like a couple hours. We've got friends who are our age, or between mine and Beth's age. And they're like, yeah, it's tired. It's time to go home. And I'm like, it's only 8 o'clock. Like, yeah, I know. We're tired though. I'm like, oh, come on. This only comes in one color? Okay. What about a round plate? So even having gone out Friday night, I feel like it was still not a very long weekend. One of these has to match. And it doesn't. That would match. See, I don't understand why... why there are so many things in Lego that are not round. Like, why are all these wedge plates like this oblong shape? That's round. This is round. This is round. I shouldn't say round. I should say a circle. Semicircle, semicircle, a quarter circle. Why this? Why this rounded? I think the only way this becomes a circle is if you if you stack them. That's the only way it becomes circular. But you have to stack it. I don't like that at all. Speaking to the choir, yeah, I know. Mine's almost done. Mine's still wobbly. I got to figure out how to stabilize it a little bit, but I have a bad feeling that's going to mean taking apart all the Technic bits that are holding it up. So I'm a little worried about doing that, but we'll see. Maybe part of the charm is that it's wobbly, but I also don't want it falling apart. It also only has to last until this time next week, so I don't really care. But yeah, perfectly round corner here, but the plate that I want to use for it bulges over the side. Think the circular plate, put a plate in between then, but it'll be rounder, but it might be a little bigger. Well, yeah, that's the problem. Is if I get this one, this is also not the same circle. Which again is weird. You'd think that'd be the same circle going out. Right? I know that doesn't fit. Oh, my collision's turned off. Okay. I was like, I know that don't fit. But you can see, it's just a pushed out circle. But if I were to use that piece, it doesn't scale very well, is what I'm thinking. I would have ideally liked that rounded brick to be available in that color, but it's not. This only comes in one color. Really thought, is this a newer piece? I thought this was an older piece. It only comes in two colors. Anyway, so all right, we'll figure out something else. Let's do plate. We'll do the plate at least. Should hold all that together. Cool. It's coming tan. Great. Should have checked that first. It's probably pretty expensive. 18 cents. It's not bad. I have not seen official confirmation, speaking of Lego sets. I have not seen official confirmation from like Lego about this set yet. It says it's revealed, but it's not really, like I haven't seen Lego talk about it. I know people are mad because it looks like the modular museum or whatever, but that's fine for me because I don't have the modular museum. So this will be fine for me. I think it looks cool. And it does look like X-Men 97 figures. So your Cyclops here is pretty cool. I don't like that he's holding up a little thing to shoot his laser eyes, but whatever. Cool Gambit, cool 97 Gambit. Looks like 97 Rogue. Storm, Magneto, Jean Grey, Bishop, oddly enough, and Wolvie and Iceman. That's pretty cool. Oh, and then Charles Xavier. If that comes with all those, I'm getting it. Lego modular. I don't know what, and I don't have the set. So Johnny was mentioning this. Was it ideas or was it like an actual natural history museum? I thought it was this one. Yeah, I don't think they look all that similar. And I like that you can, like, it looks like it's in sections that you can build fun little bits. Like, if it actually looks like this, I'm getting it. The only thing I don't like is these knees in the Sentinels. Like, I'm going to rebuild the Sentinels. I don't like these parts. These 2x2 plates that are, like, joined at a 30-degree angle by that round plate there. I hate that part. I hate it. The other thing I saw about... I hate doing this on stream, but... Oh, you know what? So I won't. Let's just... Because this has been going around forever, or the last couple weeks, so whatever. 10236? Is it really? Or is that the museum? They're redoing this one, right? Like they're reissuing it? This is the, yeah, I had heard something about this too. 10326. Well, funny mistake. Because I think I had heard something about they're redoing the Ewok village. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see that. Where's the one that we just looked at? Because everybody's built their own. This would be the one, like... I'm a huge X-Men fan. And, I mean, the problem is this facade is so common for buildings. This one's got a better roof. But, I mean, yeah, it's probably the same, like, 6 segments. You turn around and it's 6 cubes kind of thing. That's fine. I don't care. I didn't get this set. But this should give you an idea of how much it will probably be. So expect about a $300 set, easy. I'm going to guess that they're going to make it $350 because of the Marvel IP license charge. And but this also comes with about the same number of figures. There's a little, you know, here's your Sentinel, right? So it could be. Yeah, it's slightly modular, so that's cool. But yeah, I'd be interested. I can't wait, honestly, for this. I think it'll be fun. So we'll see when it comes out. Don't need that. I'll keep this up because I think I'm going to buy something later. Curve slope. Is that roughly the same shape? Nope, that's not the same shape either. But if it comes in tan, it might be the easiest shape to deal with. Brick modified. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we'll put fixins in here, call it a day. And this will be a... What's the difference here? See, they haven't done their... We're going to combine all the parts. A, B, and C here. Well, that one's going to be an old one. B and C, so this probably going to be C is going to be the one that takes over. Alright, so the back is going to be similar. But instead of this piece, we'll probably have, because I want to do a propeller again back here. Kind of, all these propellers are pretty big. Except for maybe this one. This one's pretty good too. Let's do that one. This one's on a pin, and I can make that one spin nicer. Black, Pro Gold. Ah, perfect. So painted myself into a corner attaching this. Because I don't know how to now. It'd be cool, plate, pin, if there was a single plate like this, 2x2 plate that had one pin coming out of it. Why is that pink? Weird. But there isn't, by the looks of it. So I gotta figure out something else. I mean, there's that. It's probably gonna be our best bet. So here's a question. Does everybody have their advent calendars? I don't know. Long friction ridges. Black. See, there's one of these. I don't know if it's the long or the... I think it's the long friction ridges. Doesn't really matter. So we can put this in here. Like that. Beauty. Okay. Plate. So I can... Where'd it go? Didn't go anywhere. The magic disappearing plate issue with Studio. It's not too early. I think they're already on sale. I mean, it's too early to open them, but I think they're already on sale. Yeah, they're all out. So this bothers me, the discrepancy here. Because this would be the only one I get is the, well, we say that. I know that we've got a couple months left, but these tend to sell out. But yeah, I don't know. There's a whole like Luke with the sweater is great. Leia with the sweater is great. We get another Ahsoka. We get an AT-AT, a Mustafar Castle, a Falcon, a Clone Trooper. Let's see. All right, U-Wing. So that's cool. They got the mini kit in there. Oh, okay. That guy. That's pretty cool. Battle droid. So, yeah. I mean, they're not all going to be great, but whatever. Yeah, they were normal. I'm super mad that it's now $45. I'm like, no. So I think this may be maybe a year where I don't get it unless I find it on a deal for it or something, because $45 for that many pieces is not, no thanks. All right, so now we're going to do plate round, and I can do this in green, right? If I do this, the problem is then there's not much else that can go in between. So let's do that. On both sides. This will be a both sides thing now. And then on top, we will do rounded plates in all kinds of different colors. Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of different. So like we'll do that. Can we do a little one? Excuse me. See, this is the problem with these stupid things is you can't. They look cool, but they just cause more problems than they're worth. Because you can't attach them to anything else. I wish I had smaller. These are too big now. So these will be, actually, can we put them in here like that? I think they like it when they see the ingredients spilling out. So we'll do these guys in dark red. These guys will be green. And then we'll do plate. These guys will be yellow or orange for cheese. And then we'll have I think I'm going to flip this over real quick because I want to work from the bottom down, I think, this time. This is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to be careful of this because this is a good idea, but the math for sideways bricks doesn't work with regular plates here, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Don't forget, around October 15th through the 21st is double points. Gotcha. If I could figure out how to get these guys in here, that'd be good. Red onion. F. Why? Hold the button down. I can't. This. All right. I'm tired of this mouse. You get turned off. I'm installing a new mouse, and this mouse can go somewhere else. So much nicer. Yeah, I think it was the mouse. They're both Logitechs, but this one's so much nicer. Sorry for the explosion, but I got really tired of that right mouse function just not being a friend. Okay, that's pretty good. I know they could probably use more lettuce, but I don't want to get too carried away with this size. So if we did that, okay, so if we flip this back over, copy and mirror, same thing. It's making me hungry. All right, so what I'm thinking is that there's going to be a gap in here no matter what I do. Let's do connect. All right, so that's the gap that we got to deal with. I wish it wasn't so. I wish there was a like an equivalent inverted. See, they did it kind of interesting in that they did a snot brick attachment for those quarter pieces on both sides. And then these are just snot brick. Oh, you know what? I just had an idea. How big is... Now, so if we repeat this whole thing, rounded plate, where? Instead of these rounded corners, instead of the quarter panel rounded corner things. Yeah. So I like this, but looking at this, the way they built it, it does make a little more sense not to have much upside down so that it can be flush with everything else. And that may be something that I want to do. So I'm going to set this aside and we're going to use the technique of the sub. Nope. Man, that'd be great if this thing just let me put it on here without having to do that. Look at that. Great. So the technique really is this. We'll just knock it out real quick. This is a quarter dome brick. It's a rounded brick. So I'm going to make sure that this is all in the right colors, like they can be in these colors. And then it is a don't think it's a curved slope, but maybe it is. Maybe it's an arch. Yeah, there we go. Lines up there. Goes together pretty well. Tan, good. Plate. Nope, not where I want them to attach. Want them to attach there. Okay, so that's going to be the bottom. And then actually what will more likely happen is there will be a brick plate up in that, so we can keep that free down there. And then what else? So then it looks like this gets attached, and then we have a whole other thing that is slope curved. These guys, does it come in tan? Yes. Uh-oh. Always bothers me when I accidentally do that. Nobody wants that piece in here. Okay. Does the slope curve inverted come? That's a good piece to have, but I'll keep that. How about that? Does that come in tan? No. Okay, so it's going to be all these guys. So 1,000,000 of these. So we'll do a plate that is 4 by 10. And then, by the looks of things, there is another group of these. Although these are going to be slope curved. These, and I think those can be in tan. And then a rail piece. Again, I'm just straight copying what the yellow submarine set looks like. That conflicts, so I don't know exactly. These are probably Need to figure out how to set this up. So this will be not attached like that. This will be brick modified. Trying to do this without taking this apart. I'm just trying to look at the outside of it. Rounded plate on the corners underneath those. I missed something. I think that was an earlier thing, right? That we were talking about. That's not attached to anything, though. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's put that back on there. Put this on there. It's too far out. Brick. It's good. It's not perfect. Which means it's not that connection. It is a bracket. Isn't this fun? Well, it's not a bracket. That's even worse. This should be flush. If it were a... That didn't make any sense. So if it were a modified brick, it should be flush. Yeah, when I tell people this is what I do for fun, they look at me funny. I think it works, except that's better. I wanted there to be a little ledge right here. That's better. Oh, okay. So now you got to figure, well, I don't know how to attach this is the thing. So this all has internal stuff too. Like as you were putting it together, it had fun little internal bits. I don't know if I can take it all apart at all for you to see, but it had like little different colored stuff. Like it had to build a little interior thing for it too. So a lot of this was, let me take the whole top off. So not that one. That's probably this actually the same height. Okay. So this says it's colliding down here, but I don't know if that's actually true or not. I'm going to take one of these apart. Yeah, I mean, I know I said I wasn't going to take anything apart and then proceed to take everything apart. Oh, you know what they did that I didn't do? It's a little trick that they like to do that I forget about sometimes. Not this piece. Plate, studs, side. And then modified brick. These little rapscallions should be the same lineup. I don't know why they did that. It's the same level I've got all the way across there. Like, I feel like I'm doing the exact same thing they're doing, but it's somehow giving me a different result. So the way they've got it set up, see if I can recreate this, apparently. This we got right. Is that one piece? That's the tricky thing. That's tricky. I would have never figured that out. I'll go ahead and take that stand off. I'm not going to need that. Just trying to pry this little bitty bit off of here so I can get behind this one piece. Well, I got most of it figured out. Like this is the same. This is all right. But then let's get rid of this. Like this is good. This isn't right. That's right. Got these guys over here for some reason. I just don't know why, like this is all almost exactly the same math, but for whatever reason, mine's not doing it right. So I guess it's not right. And it's not like it's a bunch of cornered stuff. It's just, I don't know. So this goes up here like that, and then you got a bunch of stuff on top of there. I don't understand how that's all hooked up. And then this is all going to be these guys. Plate. I think we're just at the top of the hour, which means all that's left to do is hate my life for not being able to figure this out. And then wish you all a fond, happy weekend. Yeah, this is just no reason to be able to not do that. This is a 2. I hope you have a good weekend, rest of your Sunday. I know the weekend's kind of over, but let me see. I think Thursday I should be able to do another stream. We'll see what's going on. I don't have anything scheduled. My mom is coming into town the weekend of the 19th or the 20th, I think. So the 20th Sunday, the 24th Thursday, I will not be streaming. So this Thursday will be the last stream for about a week. And yeah, so maybe this Thursday I'll do last minute stuff for my MOC. Maybe we'll come back to this a little bit. I'll go ahead and save this. Lego. Do I just have thundercloud in here? Thundercloud small. But you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. I hope you do something Lego related. If not, have a good chill evening, and I will talk to you all very soon. Have a good one. Bye.